these broken wings so we can fly. Oh, wait, are we we're recording? Right? Oh, shit. Hey, peace and blessings. What's good? It's your boy Se7eN, Inglewood Zone, right now on your phone. But first, a word from our sponsors.
All right, then. It's your friend here with a message. It's not your barrister, not your local State Farm agent. It's your Lord and Savior. You know who you worship, right? Right. Well then, if you want to see more of me and my friends, find us at the Woodshop at woodshop.com so we can ask some real questions and maybe get to some real answers on things. That's Woodshop with you, because we're nothing without you. Now back to our program.
A little bit of shameless plug there, but I wanted to tell everybody happy Australia Day. Are you ready? Are you ready? I know I am.
So Australia Day is basically Australia's Independence Day. Their independence or their celebration for 230 years. It's on today, January 26, 230 years ago, that they created this day to commemorate their time for killing all the indigenous people of Australia.
Well, thankfully they didn't kill them all because, then we wouldn't know, the other side of the story. All we would know about is, the celebration, the fireworks, the happiness. Oh, and then here comes some aboriginals coming around talking about, oh man, we called your day a day of mourning. Why would they call it that? Well, I've got some info. So thankfully, they didn't kill all the aboriginals. Some of the aboriginals actually wrote a message, a little speech, when they were talking about, I think it was like 80 years ago, 1938 as a matter of fact, when they submitted this letter, or I could say document. And it was more so like, hey, what is the 4th of July to the American slave? Oh, I'm sorry, that was Frederick Douglass. Who knew the people from disparate continents could be thinking the same thing? I know, right? And so we realized that the Aboriginal people were just trying to file their grievances with their new white European captors. Founders, I guess.
Oh, no, why you want to go and talk about that, Se7eN?
Well, because basically, it seems like this letter happened to, disrupt, upset a lot of the white establishment at the time. So that letter didn't get to disperse as quickly as far as information goes, as much as this independence. And then people were like, well, man, that was 80 years ago. Why are we talking about something from 80 years ago? It was so long ago. And I'm like, right, I know, right? It's not like the the white European invaders weren't there for, 150 years before that. But you're right, that's so long ago. Why are we talking about it? Who even knows what we're talking about? I know, because the only thing that really matters is the message that you get from the victor of a war. Think about it. Anytime I beat somebody's ass, I'm going to tell you, hey, he was fucking with me. He was fucking with my girl, and I had to beat his ass. Period. Dot. He came up on me. I wasn't trying to start that. Next thing you know, I had to beat that dude's ass. Hey, period. Dot. But the other side might say something like, oh, man, well, me and my wife was chilling with our kids, and then next thing you know, Se7eN just popped up and, man, took our kids and buried them in the ground up into their necks, which they did. And then, took the kids and all the dudes started kicking the babies' hairs off the bodies to see how far the hairs would go, which they did. And then, man, they took the men, started cutting off their genitalia, and had them run around until they freaking died of bleeding to death, which they did. Or they took the women, and dude was raping the women, and then stabbing the women in the gut and in their genitalia until they died, which they did. So I had to fight dude. Now I lost, but still, I had to fight him. I don't know why dude even came over here. But that's the part we don't want to talk about, right? That's the part we never want to talk about. We never want to talk about the things that actually create the holiday or create the situation that we're so festive about. We never want to talk about those things, but I think in all actuality, in a lot of things, in most things, we should have full disclosure. We should have full context, and we should have the truth. But maybe that's just me for being a thinker. And unfortunately, it's like we pick and choose what we talk about and what we don't talk about. So we'll talk about Hitler's 6 million Jews he killed, but we won't talk about King Leopold killing 10 to 15 million Africans. We'll talk about David Koresh or somebody having a little camp and killing a couple people here and there, but we won't talk about Stalin killing 20 to 25 million people in the gulags. So I'm just saying, when you go around talking about Happy Australia Day to people, you're actually also saying Happy Day of Genocide, Rape, Murder, and Theft. So, you know, those things too. Once again, it's your boy 7. Peace and blessings. Take care of you and yours. 2.